Where's your innovation, huh? Why copycat two high school losers and Billy Loomis? Billy Loomis? What the Jesus! What a rat-looking, homo-repressed mama's boy. You want to be one of the big boys? Huh? Manson? Bundy? Some...
What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having a great Friday so far. It's the weekend. So, to continue my Scream movie review series, I want to give you guys my thoughts and talk about Scream 2. Now, Scream 2 is the sequel to the hit horror comedy Scream, directed by Wes Craven, which became kind of a reinvigoration of the slasher genre. Well, once again, Wes Craven has directed Scream 2, and it's set a couple of years later, after the events at Woodsboro. We find Sideny Prescott, played once again by Neve Campbell, who was attending college at an Ohio State University, discovers that the Ghostface killer has tracked her there and is terrorizing her and her friends. Meanwhile, ambitious reporter Gail Weathers, played by Courtney Cox, has arrived there as well, investigating when two Windsor seniors, that's the name of the university, were killed at a screening of the movie Stab, which is kind of a movie within a movie. And it's a movie that's based off of the events that occurred at Woodsboro. Also, Dewey Riley, former deputy at Woodsboro, has arrived also, played by David Arquette, to help Sideny and try to protect her. You know, he's kind of become like a guardian to her, you know, after everything that's happened, because he's always been kind of like a close personal friend to her and everything. And he's concerned for her safety, so he's there to kind of protect her, you know, because she feels like, you know, she's trying to get her life back together, and then these two murders happen at this movie theater, and now she's kind of feeling kind of uneasy now, and she feels like, okay, her life's in danger, and this basically the whole thing is repeating once again. So, the truth of it is I love Scream 2. I think it is one of the best sequels in the franchise. It features a lot of great performances. Once again from the original cast, Neve Campbell, David Arquette, Courtney Cox. But you also have this entire, and also Jamie Kennedy, who returns as Randy as well. But you also have a whole slew of new faces that are kind of up and comers, and they're one of their earlier performances, just like in the original. You know, you got Jerry O'Connell, which, you know, he's been in the movie business before. You know, this is a most famous role as a kid with Stand By Me back in the 80s. You got Jerry O'Connell. You have Elise Neal, who plays Sidney's best friend. Timothy Olyphant, I think was really good. Also really good as Mickey. You got let's see who else. You also got like other faces like Rebecca Gayheart, Portia de Rossi, Dwayne Martin. Let's see, and you also have David Warner, who actually appears in 3 films in the same year, 1997, all of which are good. You have this one, you have Money Talks with Charlie Sheen and Chris Tucker, and you have Titanic. So I think David Warner had a pretty good year for 97. The kills in this movie are great. Scream 2 succeeds most definitely because of the balance of humor and the scares. It doesn't go over the top with the humor, you know, and the scares are pretty bloody, pretty brutal. You have also Sarah Michelle Gellar. She has one of the more brutal deaths, kind of simple, but it's pretty bad. I mean, she just gets thrown over the balcony like that, man, just with no hesitation whatsoever. I'm just like, wow. She gets stabbed like 2 or 3 times in the back, and then thrown over the balcony. I'm just like, wow. But Also, another little detail I want to mention also is the first time I saw this movie, I noticed that the similarity in like the score, the music, which of course it's kind of normal for music to be repeated. You hear some of the same music from the original also in here, but you also hear some of it later, a year later, in Halloween H2O, which of course I know that you have Kevin Williamson, who is a writer for both Scream and Scream 2. And you have some of the producers and all that. They use some of the same music, so both Halloween H2O and Scream 2. But there's one little detail that I actually thought was kind of unique. There's some other music in this movie that's used several times. That's used in another movie that's not even related at all to any kind of horror movie, and that music is also used in Broken Arrow. I thought that was I'm not 100% certain as to what the connection is between Broken Arrow and Scream 2, aside from the music. I don't remember any of the same writers or producers or whatever worked on both of those movies. I don't know. It's not even from the same studio, so I don't know. But I thought it was kind of strange, but it didn't bother me whatsoever. I mean, it's just music. Who cares? But yeah, Scream 2 definitely one of the best sequels in the franchise. It could be argued that it might be better than the original. For me, it's not. It's not quite as good. Not quite. I wouldn't say it's not quite as good. I would say it's just as good as the original, but not better. But yeah, Scream 2 definitely a terrific sequel. That's all my thoughts on Scream 2. I love you guys. You guys are the greatest. What are your thoughts on Scream 2? Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. What do you think of Scream 2? Is it your favorite sequel of the franchise? Let me know down below. I love you guys. You guys are the greatest. So stay tuned for my review for Scream 3. And also, if you haven't checked out my review for the original Scream, it's up for you guys. And I will see you in the next one.